Welcome to VoiceMaster International. I'm Steve Hudson. I've been an international voiceover for over 25 years, recording hundreds of television and radio commercials. Here are a few you may remember. Superman is one I'm particularly proud of, because it was an anti-smoking campaign which stopped many children from picking up that first cigarette.
Good evening. I am here, or if you're listening in stereo, here to tell you about a new magazine called Sound International.
The power of Old Spice. The mark of a man.
Happy Guinness, everyone.
The legend is Lowenbrow.
Take a thin sliver of lemon peel. Hold it 1 inch above the surface of your dry martini.
You may think it's boring, but there ain't no point ignoring Ian Jury.
The difference is clear. FM 100. The National Lottery draw is exclusive to the BBC.
Not so fast, nicotine. If you want to go up fast, take one of these. With my X-ray vision, I can see the harm cigarettes do inside people's bodies. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
Based on my training at the National Theatre and experience as a voiceover, I became a communications trainer, working for 3M and Xerox in London and Washington, D.C. There were many claims from companies offering to improve communication skills, but to my surprise, no one offered a technique. This led me to create the only technique in the world for verbal communication, which is taught to BBC presenters, lecturers at Oxford University, voiceovers, actors, and many international corporations. It has been so successful that we now have licensed partners in India, Malaysia, South Africa, and America. It is called the Hudson Voice Technique and teaches the rules for speaking more persuasively, which in turn gives more confidence and allows the natural personality to shine. It changes your speech pattern from instinct to technique. The Hudson Voice Technique applies to all languages and is taught to all ages. The Hudson Voice Technique is a powerful and structured technique that teaches how to control your speed, the 3 vital rules which must be applied at the end of a sentence, how to energize your voice, how to control the tone of your voice, and how to interpret text. All this leads to more confident and persuasive communication.
Hi, I'm Gene Tognacci. I was introduced to the VoiceMaster course a few years back, and at the time I thought it was a great course for training aspiring professional voice talents. Since then, I've come to see that it's a great course for training anyone who wants to deliver their message more professionally. With some easy-to-apply techniques, the VoiceMaster course is the perfect course to get non-professionals sounding like they've been network anchors for a while. As a 20-year voiceover professional, I can tell you that I use the tips and techniques contained in VoiceMaster on a daily basis. And for the untrained user wanting to improve their presentation skills the right way, VoiceMaster is an invaluable resource.
As they say, the proof is in the pudding. So please take the time to go through one of the most important elements of the Hudson Voice Technique, slowing down. During this exercise, I will ask you to read some scripts and time yourself, so you will need a stopwatch, which you will most likely find on your mobile or cell phone. If you prefer, you can also record yourself either on your phone or by using a free software called Audacity. In this element, we will start to learn how to slow down. You're going to learn how to control your voice more effectively. As a starting point, I'd like you to read the script you can see on your screen and make a note of how long it takes. It would be even better if you could record it and save it for later so you can compare the times. When you're ready to record, press pause. Press play as soon as you're ready to continue. For most of us, speaking in front of strangers is a terrifying experience. When we're under pressure, our heart rate goes up, and so does the rate of our speech. So what if you're at a job interview, giving a speech or a presentation? Because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You need to gain control of your nerves and slow down. For a moment, I would like you to imagine that you are about to read a fairy tale to a 3-year-old child. Instinctively, you would probably read at a slower pace. The Oxford Dictionary describes instinct as unlearned. In other words, you're guessing. We're now going to change your speech pattern from instinct to technique. I want you to read the sentence, "On Christmas Eve many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed," and make a note of how long it takes. When you're ready to record, press pause. Press play as soon as you're ready to continue. I've been teaching the Hudson Voice Technique for 20 years, and from experience, I would guess that you read this sentence in about 4 seconds. That's too quick. Now I want you to read, record, and time the same sentence again, but this time I want you to try and slow down to 6 seconds. Don't cheat by putting gaps between words. When you're ready to record, press pause. Press play as soon as you're ready to continue. Did you manage to read it in 6 seconds? In a few minutes, you will be able to read it in 10 to 20 seconds. It may sound a little strange, but remember, this is a voice exercise. Here are 2 fabulous singers, Ella Fitzgerald and Frank Sinatra. They are singing at a very slow pace. They do this by stretching out every syllable in every word.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little.
Someone who'll watch over me.
Imagine words are made of rubber. They are flexible, and you can make them as short or as long as you want. This will enable you to talk and read at any pace, but particularly to slow down the rate of your speech, which is very important in this day and age. I don't mean by leaving gaps between words. That's cheating and not allowed. I'm going to read the sentence now in 8 seconds, and note that I will not leave longer gaps between the words. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. Well, that was 8 seconds. I'll do it again to show you how you can control your speed very easily. This time I will aim for 12 seconds. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. Oh, that was 12 seconds. Now I would like you to read the sentence again. This time, see if you can read it in 12 seconds or more without leaving gaps between words. Concentrate on lengthening every syllable in every word. At this point, the quality of your read doesn't matter. Ultimately, the point of this exercise is to slow down the speed of your reading and talking by stretching the words out. Think of this exercise as updating the software in that brilliant computer in your subconscious. When you're ready to record, press pause. Press play as soon as you're ready to continue. How long did it take? One of my students was practicing on her partner and drove him crazy because she took 30 seconds to ask, "Can I have a cup of tea, please?" If you can read this sentence in 10 or more seconds, then it will be very easy to read it in 8 seconds, which is about the right length when reading to a child. In this way, you will be reading well within your limit. Okay, I now want you to read, record and time the same sentence one more time. Remember to again make a note of how long it takes you to read the sentence. When you're ready to record, press pause. Press play as soon as you're ready to continue. How long did it take you this time? Did you manage to read the sentence by stretching every syllable in every word rather than lengthening the gaps between the words? If you didn't manage to slow it down to 10 or 15 seconds, then you are not concentrating on every syllable. Someone once took 60 seconds to read this sentence. It sounded awful, but it made 8 seconds seem very easy. And remember, it was only a few minutes ago that you were reading it in 4 seconds. Now you've gone through this element, I'd like you to read Chocolate Heaven again and compare how much longer it takes you now. When you're ready to record, press pause. Press play as soon as you're ready to continue. I hope you enjoyed going through this element. With practice, you will be able to slow down the rate of your speech and sound more confident. But there is much more to the Hudson Voice Technique. Other elements teach you how to read and speak softly, how to read and speak with energy and enthusiasm, the 3 golden rules to follow at the start and end of a sentence, how to emphasize and recognize red flag words, and create blocks of information. Once you've learnt and practiced all 7 elements, you will have full control of your voice and delivery. The Hudson Voice Technique is a life skill and will not only be a great benefit at school and in your chosen career, but it's also a qualification to become a voiceover actor, which can be a lot of fun and very lucrative. Thank you for your time. If you would like more information or have any questions, please don't hesitate to email or call us. We'll be happy to help.